Okay, I've mixed my resin. It's been 5 minutes. I use this cup because it has the measurements. It's 1 part A, the resin, and 1 part B, the hardener. You're supposed to stir it until it's clear, but it's not clear. So I'm gonna stir it a little bit more. And then, sorry about the dogs. They're running in and out. And they're big dogs. They're not just little ones. I'm going to stir it for a little bit longer. I'm going to do the rabbit. I think it's a baking mold, but I tried it once already and it seemed to work okay. I'm going to do this one, and then I'm going to do the egg. And then I have this coaster that I'm gonna do. This is one I got at the dollar store. You stir this until it's clear. It has a lot of bubbles in it. Not gonna lie, I stirred fast, but I stirred for 6 minutes, and then I'm just gonna spritz it, I think, with the 99% alcohol. Gets rid of the bubbles on top, but I'm gonna let it sit. And then they should just kind of come up at the top. I'm going to let it sit a few minutes. I'll wipe the stick off with paper towel. Our best friend here. So we can use the stick over again. Let's see. I know that I want to color it, but I'm not sure what color. If I'm going to do white for both the bunny and the Easter egg, and then I can paint the inside of it with the mica powders. You just go in and you paint the colors that you want, and then you'll go back in with a Q-tip and you clean it all up. Anywhere there's color that you don't want the color, you just wipe it with a Q-tip that's got a little bit of rubbing alcohol on it. I use 99% alcohol or 98, something like that. This one, I'm gonna do a blue glitter with clear, and I'm gonna stick a sticker on it. It's dirty right there. Put the sticker on the inside. It's a SpongeBob coaster. And I'll go through that with you then. But let's see how this is coming. I'm gonna spritz it. Get a little bit of those bubbles out of the top. I'm gonna put some clear in here, probably about maybe half of it. I heard one time that if you pour it slowly and high, the bubbles will pop. So we'll see how that works. I didn't do the first part of it like that, so I don't really know. I like doing this with it because I feel like the bubbles will come up to the top more. Okay, I think I'm going to start with this mold first because I need to get it clear, and I'm just going to pour a little bit around the top. I'll try this high and see if that works. But just a little bit, enough to cover the sticker at the bottom. Let's see here. I'm going to take this sticker. It's, I forget her name, but whatever. And I'm going to put her here, but first, I'm going to dip my stick, and I'm kind of paint her with the glitter. I mean, not the glitter, the resin, so that I won't have any air bubbles between her and the rest of it. Bubbles are no bueno. We don't want bubbles. So I hope you can see this. I'm gonna set it down this way, trying to do it as slow as possible so that I might have to trim it. I think I'm gonna have to cut it. But anyway, you make sure all the bubbles are out with this way. And then I'm gonna cut this part down a little bit, or maybe I'm gonna cut her feet down. I don't know. I gotta cut it to fit. I thought it was gonna fit, but that's what I get for thinking. Okay. I've got time. So I think I'm gonna take my little X-Acto knife and I'll cut around up here, and then I'll move the little flower, I'll move it down. And then I'm gonna add the blue glitter to the top of it. Also, I have about 4 ounces of the resin here. So a little trick that I've been watching is, ooh, that's kind of weird. Did you guys see that? It's like weird. Oh, weird. Maybe it's just my eyes. I don't know. Oh, no, there's a hair in it. That's what it is. Oh my gosh, that was freaky weird. Okay, my X-Acto knife. Hang on just a second. Let me get it. Here it is. You know, my next video will be much better. I bought a lamp and a holder for my phone so that I can do this. Oh, I better lift that up. I don't want to cut my mold. Let's see here. Put it this way and cut it. Just take it out. Put it back over here on that. Let's see. I'm gonna cut here between her legs. Just a little V out of that. Okay, that's out. And I think I'm gonna cut the little flower out because I can move it down her helmet a little more. Put it there. And then come over here, get this a little bit because it really won't show much once it's out. Okay, let's see if that's enough. So I still have the resin on the back. Oh my goodness, my dogs. Okay, so I'm gonna lay it down again. I'm gonna put it the colored side facing down because that's gonna be, you know, the top of the coaster. Pull it down a little bit, try to put all the air bubbles as I'm putting it down. Get all of those out. Hopefully, I'll get them all. Yes, you know what? I still didn't cut it enough. But let's see if I can poke it down. Okay. There's that. See if that's an air bubble down there. Okay, so got that. I was going to put the clarinet there, but maybe... No, she doesn't play the clarinet. Let's see. I'll put it like right here. On her helmet. There. Okay, so let me dry my hands a little bit so I can bring the phone over here so you can see. See, I have it cut. I cut here and I cut her feet a little bit here. So now just to add the glitter, I'm going to use the blue glitter and stir that up, add a little bit of glue. Let's see, here's my blue glitter right here. I don't know, I just bought this at the dollar store. It's just blue glitter. I'm gonna mix it into here. glittery. I have someone I watch, and she's on YouTube, and she loves glitter. I do too, but she loves glitter. It's awesome. Okay, so now the secret test is once you get it mixed in pretty good, the glitter, you're going to want to, because the glitter's going to sink, and then you'll have it all on the bottom of your mold instead of mixed throughout. So it's just clear Elmer School Glue. And like I said, there's probably about 4 ounces in here. So it's going to be 1 drop for every ounce. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you're a mom, you're going to know exactly what this stuff reminds you of. It'll be that yucky green stuff that comes out of the kids' noses when they've got their colds. See what I mean? Just wool. But it's sticky. It holds the glitter in place. So, yeah, that's it. So I'm going to pour it high because there are some bubbles in it and I want them to come out, but it's going to be kind of thing. And I didn't want the glitter, if you're wondering, I didn't want the glitter underneath the sticker. I wanted it on the top and around the outside of it. So, okay, I'm going to fill it up as much as I can. Now, you should have a level table that you can let your stuff, because what am I trying to say? It levels itself, self-leveling resin. And my table's a little bit off, but it just happens to be like the width of a popsicle stick or whatever. So I'm just gonna put this over here at this end. You want it to dome up a little bit so that you don't have a lot of cleaning to do. Wrong one. Afterwards, when you pull it out of the mold. So I'm just gonna try to put a little bit more in without it spilling over. Okay, get that up. I think that's good. Now I'm going to spritz it with my alcohol. These don't last very long when you buy them, the spray bottles. You'd think, how do you clean them? They're alcohol. It should be clean, right? So I'm going to let this sit for a minute, and then I'll come back to it. I want some of the bubbles to come up and raise. Now, I bought a lighter at the 99-cent store, and you can take the lighter and go over the top of it, but I've already sprayed it with alcohol, so the bubbles, I can see them popping still. Let's see if I can get a good, hang on a second here. I'll put you right here. That's a good view. Now, if you can see, not looking at my mess, you can see them popping every so often. Try to get the reflection there. See, you can see them. Anyway, you want to get all of that off, but it'll set. And as it sits, more bubbles come up, and I'll get to that in a little bit. I think what I'm going to do now, I wanted to keep this piece. That's for Squidward. That's his name, Squidward. Okay, I want that over there. I'm going to show you quickly how easy it is to paint the molds. I'm going to use pink for the inside of the rabbit ears. There's little cheeks there that I'm gonna put a little bit of pink on. You can put black and the whiskers. I'll show you this one that I just did last night. I think it's cute, but you know, there's mistakes. This is a little bit where I didn't clean it very good, so it's a little bit outside. But this stuff is embedded. The paint, the resin and the paint meld together. Comes clean out of your mold, and it's on your piece inside, so it's not gonna come out. This is the back of it. I used just silver glitter and white for this because it's a bunny, but I did make the black nose, the black whiskers, and the pink things here, the cheeks here a little bit. So let me show you real quick how easy this is. Okay, I get a little paintbrush, just a little cheap paintbrush. I'll get the pink mica powder. Pink, this says rose purple. Don't want that one. I want the lighter pink. Sorry, I'm reaching over you. Probably all you can see is my t-shirt. I'm sorry. Here's the pink. Okay. I'm just gonna do the pink ones real quick. Then I'm gonna come back when I'm all done, and I can show you. You just take a dry paintbrush. See how it sticks? Easy. You go in and you can just paint it just like that. It's not super bright, but it'll stick to the plastic. You see there, it's stuck to the plastic. Just cover it, paint it. See, dump out a little bit. I always reuse it here on my silicone mat because I hate wasting. You know, it's I'm on a budget. I can't afford to dump out stuff and waste it. So just pick it up and there. Okay, I'm gonna paint his little cheeks right there like that. Hope you can see this. I'll have to look back at it when I'm all done. Little cheeks are done. Okay, and you can see there's little bits of mica powder in there. I'm just gonna bang it out, blow it out. I'm gonna put the lid on. I'll show you how to clean it. This is how I do it. I don't know if it's the right way or not, but I'm just gonna take a Q-tip, just a little Q-tip, and I'm going to put, I use these squeeze bottles I got at the 99-cent store, and I just put, you know, a little drop so it's damp, and I have some powder here on the sides. I don't want that because it'll be, anything that's on your mold is going to be in it. So, you know, get it as clean as you can. You might want to use, you could probably use a paintbrush, a clean alcohol paintbrush, something like that. Just get it all off of the sides there. I'm not the cleanest, but it's pink. It came out. I need to do a little bit more on that. Get this one off. I have this here I want to get off so that it's all clean. And then there, it's all clean. So then I would go back and I'm do the black for the little eye smiley things and the nose, and you can do the whiskers. But if you look, these are pretty, these are deep. You know, here you can see they're deep. So in this mold anyway, you could go back and use a paint marker. You could go back, you know, and just follow the lines, whatever you want. And that would work too if you just wanted to pour it one color and then go back and paint it afterwards. You'll want to clean up the back. I use cuticle nail cutter. You can just slide it across there, or you can sand it down a little bit. You don't want to sand it a lot. That's why you want to dome it a little bit, so you don't have this sharp edge. It can be really sharp. It can cut you. So you just kind of file it down a little bit. Regular emery board works great, but that's the end result. You can use it for a coaster, I guess. You could use it as a, you know, a decoration. I guess you could put like those 3M hooks. You could attach it to the back and hang it. Magnets, put it on the fridge, put it on your door, whatever. There's all kinds of ideas you can do. Okay, so I want white on this. So I'm going to pour white. I'm going to get the white. I'm going to get the white and the silver. There's my silver glitter. I'm going to get white mica powder. This one. Oh, sorry. Hang on just a second. Sorry. So sorry. All right. Okay. So I'm going to use this. It's pearl white mica powder. I'm going to just put some in here, like this. Just a little, just a scoopful. Put the lid back on it, so I don't spill it, because I will. I'm going to take a little bit of my rubbing alcohol and put a couple of drops in here, so that it's mixed, so it's liquefied already. That way you won't have trouble mixing the resin and the mica powder. So this way, I'm going to show you here just a second. See, we went from powder to liquid coloring. See it, there it is. And it'll mix better in your resin. I hope you guys are seeing this good. Okay, so I'm gonna pour probably about 4 ounces in this one. I'm gonna do it high so I can get this, maybe bubbles popped a little bit. I'm going to stir that up to get my white. And then I'm going to add the silver glitter. So I'm going to have to use the Elmer's glue again, because I don't want it all at the bottom. Of course, you want to be careful, you know, when you're stirring, not to stir crazy to mix it, but you want it all mixed. If you're, see with here, can you see the color on the stick a little bit? It's just pale. It's just a light white. I'm going to put the glitter in. Just, you know, as much as you want. I just like sparkly. So there's that. You know, you couldn't get a good vision of that. I'm going to mix that in. It's glittery. I don't know if you can see the glitter on the stick. It's a little glittery. Not great. Not a lot. Just a little. Okay. We're going to do the 4 drops. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not an exact science. It's just science, I guess. Some kind of science. Whatever it is. Anyway, so here's the mold I'm going to work on. Move this one out of the way a little bit. Should have set up my camera. Tomorrow. They said it Gone with the Wind. Tomorrow is another day. Okay, enough of that. I hope you can hear me over the animals coming in and out of the house. Goodness gracious. Okay. Do I have the boogery? Yep, there it is. Okay. And just gonna pour it. I'm not gonna pour it all the way to the top of this mold because that's so much resin, it's ridiculous. Okay, so we don't need to do all of that, but I'm gonna pour it high so that, and it'll probably be about maybe a ½ an inch thick when I'm done pouring. And get it in the ears over there. There shouldn't be a lot of bubbles because there's no side to this. It should be pretty easy for them to come out, for the bubbles to come out. I think that's about right, about the height I wanted. I'm gonna tap it. I don't know if that's right or not, but we'll see. And then I'm gonna take my alcohol, kind of try to spritz it. Too much. Let's see. Maybe just go around the side a little bit. Get all those little air bubbles that think that they're going to ruin my project here. And that's that. When we come back tomorrow, these are going to be ready to unmold. I have a little extra of both. So it's great for these little molds. This one's a couple of little roses here. This is what they look like when they're done. You can do whatever color. If you have just spares, you can do that. But again, I think I got this at Hobby Lobby, this one, when I was there with the last time. I'm just going to pour a couple of these in here. And I have, let's see, this is the white glitter. I think I'll do that one with this first one here. I probably, because there's so many facets in here and these little ones, I probably should have sprayed it with alcohol. That helps the bubbles come out of the little facets. Of course, it's too late for that, but there was a bubble that just came up right here, the top. Let's see. I'll do the spritz. I'll spritz them. There. Okay, let's see if we can get one more out of here. Try a bigger one, because I think there's... Listen! Hey! That's enough. Sorry. Oh my goodness. Ugh. I don't know about you guys, but that just scared the heck out of me. My poodle. I don't know what she did, but I guess I should probably just get her out when I'm not doing this. Yeah. Okay, let's do this. Take a little. Oh. Let's see. Oh, not too much. Not too much, Carrie. Not too much. Because I want it to go into all the facets, but I don't want it to overfill. Let's see, let's scrape that a little bit and see how that works. This one's not quite domed. Maybe I can get a little bit more. You use a scraper, rubber spoon scraper, whatever they're called. Spatula, rubber spatula that's gonna fit in here. Here it comes. There you go. There's a little bit in that one. Get in there, all those little nooks and crannies. They're my nemesis. Get a little bit more. Like I said, I don't like to waste. Okay, there's that. You know what? I have this extra baking from Hobby Lobby. Little tractor, barn, cow, whatever. I have a little bit I've poured in the tractor, so I'm just going to pour the rest in there. I've got enough flowers in that color. So let me get this out of the way. Okay. Can move this more in. Okay, I'm just going to fill that up with whatever's left in here. I'm sure there's not a lot, but there's a little bit, you know. Use it up. Why not? Why waste it, you know? Can make it something. Do something with it. Maybe there's somebody out there that has a clear, white, sparkly tractor. I know, sounds silly. I'm just a goofball. But, you know, trying to talk while I'm doing this is a first for me. And I haven't cut. I know you guys can fast forward, but I haven't stopped my filming yet. Here's the other one, the blue glitter one. I'm just gonna pour it in here too, because that's already what's in there. Kind of mix it, maybe. I don't know. We'll see how it turns out. It's got white tire. Here's that. Oh my gosh, this reminds me of when I was doing daycare. I had runny noses and sick kids sometimes. Whatever. You don't want to hear that. We're just doing the resin. I need to get my coffee is what I need. That's why I'm not getting solid thoughts here. There's a little bit more. I'll get it all out. And then scrape it off. Get that off. Okay. There. Okay. So now these sit for, I'm going to clean out my bottles, my cups here. The rubbing alcohol. Before I go any farther so that I don't end up with ruined rubber measuring cups. It's soft stuff there. Okay, I'm going to clean out those. I just use a paper towel, stick it in, rub the rubbing the alcohol around. And the inside is pretty much cleaned off. The outside is sticky, but so are my hands. So that's why I'm wearing gloves. And no more mess. Get that one cleaned out. I turn them upside down so they don't get dirty inside. Clean this one out. I'll clean my popsicle stick off. Move my paper towel around. And that's it. I'll demold them tomorrow in probably my second video for Sunday, for Easter. It'll be Easter. There, it's cleaned out. And we'll go from there.